Hello everybody, welcome to another video by me, another video talking absolute nonsense about whatever I can be bothered to speak about. In all seriousness, I was actually inspired by Llama and Sean on the FPL Casuals that went live about 2 hours ago, as of time I'm recording this. But they were just basically going through their thought processes ahead of this season and everything. I just thought, I'm going to steal the idea. Not literally, of course. There are just a few topics that come up which, as ever, I found quite interesting. There's the crane. I can't remember who commented on about the crane, but there it is. So one of the topics that came up was about Burnley, and I'm kind of going to make this case as to why. A case why I'm excited for Burnley next season and why you guys should be excited for Burnley assets too. As an individual who has supported, or more specifically followed, as my mate Glenn once said to me, you're not really a supporter, are you? You're more of a follower. What's the difference? A supporter is someone that goes to every single game, or goes to games on a regular basis, semi-regular basis. Whereas you just may watch them on TV occasionally. Yep, that's me. Now, admittedly, since I've come to London, I've attempted to watch them in the Premier League, but I refuse to pay the prices of what they were charging. When we were in the Championship, I went to a whole one game. I wanted to go to Millwall, but essentially I was warned off going Millwall, so I didn't bother in the end. Turned out that was a good thing, because I did hear there was trouble. But anyway, that all aside, so as a follower of Burnley, I'm legitimately really excited for the upcoming season. I really do think that we could be one of those teams where a lot of people will be looking at and going, I fancy double, if not triple, defence, genuinely. Muric and the full-backs could be potentially something to look at. But we're a completely different animal to what most people know of Burnley. Our team under company, and I know Vince Chapman was taking the piss. I know he was smothered on a gusset. There's the Office quote Bard, and there's a Simpson quote Bard. Bingo! I wonder whenever Tyler does the bingo card, whenever that is, I wonder if someone could complete it within literally, what was this, 3 minutes 10? But yeah, we are a completely different animal under Vincent Company. And the reality of the situation is that I look at it and go, we are the equivalent of Man City / Barcelona. And I don't mean of the talent that they had, or obviously at the high level standards that they have, or more specifically the high quality player, but the high standard is there. It is just press, 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 play out from the back, or if Muric can find a pass which is appropriate to boot it down the field like a quarterback would, then it will be done. And I honestly think that next season is going to be really exciting. We will take a few hidings. I've already spoke to death about this. What, you did one video, Steve-O? Yeah. I already spoke to death about the fact that we are going to take some batterings from the likes of Man City, Liverpool. But we are gonna keep quite a few clean sheets in that league. Goal scoring will be across the board. The only player that was consistently scoring for us was Nathan Teller. We don't have him. A lot of our players were on loan, remember, last season. So in the casuals chat, they were talking about Maitson. Now, like I said the other day, I don't keep up to date with transfer news. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Could I be going on Burnley forum sites and looking at various pieces of news saying, did you hear Maitson? He didn't train with Chelsea yesterday, so there's a chance he could be in the Burnley training ground trying to sign a deal. I could do that, but I'm not going to. And whatever transfers we do, we do. I say the only one we've done so far, completed so far, is O'Shea from West Brom. And I'm assuming company wants an experienced international defender. And I'm assuming also that he must have saw something during the games against West Brom last year where he thought, that's a player that can fit into our team. I'm just going to assume. Isn't that Neil Warnock meme that FPL Partridge put together with Firestarter? Fuck it now. But whoever we bring in, we bring in. Now, there are a few players in the midfield which I'm genuinely quite excited for. Benson, who I call the Burnley Messi. He will fucking take on anybody and will get past anybody. You got Zerari, the Salah of our team. The only difference is that he actually puts in crosses, but Zerari is quite a selfish bastard like Salah. He likes to take on players, cut in on the right and try and go for goal. The only reason why he fell off last season is because he was absolutely knackered because he went to the World Cup. It didn't play for Morocco apart from a few minutes. I was really disappointed for him actually. I was really hoping that he would get some minutes with, well, more than just a few minutes. I was hoping he would just get some starts, but whatever. But he was just shattered. He was playing virtually every single minute for us. Clearly Company is a massive fan of his. I'm a huge fan of his. I think he's fucking outstanding. Outstanding, Mr. Simpson. There's another one. I can hear blonde. Bingo! And then you've got Scott Twine. Now, Scott Twine was an individual who I believe... Was it MK Dons he came through? I don't know, Steve, you're supposed to be the Burnley fan. He was some wonder kid that did really well for MK Dons. You brought him in. He got injured, I think. It was like the first game or the second game he played for us. Then he was out, and then clearly his spot was taken. And then he was filtered slowly back into the team, but he never featured in the first team much. And I know Company has got wants to put a lot of faith in him. But unfortunately, due to injuries, he never really got the opportunity until like the last 4 or 5 games. And he's your James Ward-Prowse. He's the free kick specialist. Why? Because he scored 1 free kick. Yes. Isn't that what people are like with FPL? A defender scored 1 goal last season. Oh, he's a goal scorer. He scored loads of goals. Why? Because he hit a 50-yard shot and it just went in. And that makes him a goal-scoring threat. Eh? Fucking hell. So, yeah, Scott Twine could be one to look at, but certainly Benson. I just don't think Benson is built for the physicality of the Premier League. But then again, you would argue actually the Championship's more physical. So maybe Benson could be more suited because they're protected more in the Premier League. He could be more suited to the Premier League. So depending on the prices that come in, certainly from a defensive aspect, if Maitson comes in, Maitson and Roberts could be fucking gold for us, to be honest with you. And I genuinely think that there is going to be a point in the season, honestly, where people will be asking, shall I go triple Burnley defence? Your upcoming fixtures are, you got Fulham, Brentford, Nottingham Forest, Wolves, those 4 fixtures in a row. Are you going to keep the defence, the clean sheets? And I think of the, 38 games? I think of those 38, we're going to get 12, 13, 14 clean sheets. I genuinely think next year, I feel really uncomfortable. Hold on a minute, I'm going to pause that. Hold on a minute.
A few moments later.
Just had to change location because I didn't want to be doing this video next to some grieving parents. That would have been extremely disrespectful. So where was I? Oh yeah, talking Burnley. How excited I am for the upcoming season and the players, and the fact that I think that Burnley are the equivalent of Man City in Barcelona, and Benson is the Messi of the Premier League, and we're going to be winning everything next year. Yeah, so I think from an attacking perspective, because we've lost the likes of Teller, we haven't really got a focal point of the team as it stands right now. So I think that the goals will be spread across the midfield. But really, your main threats are the likes of Zerari, Benson, Twine, throw in Brownhill for the sake of it. And like I say, from a defensive perspective, I think we, across the 38 games, like I say, about 12, 13, 14 clean sheets. Oh, that's right, because I was saying about if we have a good run of fixtures, whenever that is. And it will be kept tight. Like I say, it's just press, and you know how difficult it is playing against teams that just press against you and finding it hard to play your game while you've got players just swarming around you. Because that's what Vincent Kompany has said to his team. He's telling them, like Pep Guardiola did with Barcelona, what was it? Get the ball back within 6 seconds. You'll have 2, 3 players closing down on the likes of Salah, Kevin De Bruyne, Son. You know, let me just pause it for a second. Havertz, Gibbs White. But yeah, I really am excited for next year from a Burnley perspective, and I really do think that there's going to be quite a few that are going to be doubling, if not tripling up on them when they get good fixtures. I really do think Muric could be a gem, could be an absolute gem next year. So I was thinking this also, there's another part of the video that I wanted to kind of discuss. I say discuss, just chat about for a few seconds, but what is it about the FPL casuals, Llama, Sean, that I like so much listening to? And I was thinking this as I was walking along, eating my Tesco finest Belgian chocolate and orange cookies. They're fucking delicious. Make sure you buy them. Tell them Steve will send you 10% discount with the code Elite FPL 10. Imagine that. Someone goes into Tesco's in Shoreditch. Hello, mate. I've got these cookies, Steve-O, Elite FPL 10. Oh, yeah, 10% off, yeah. There we are, Dread, give it a go. Hello. I've got these cookies here. Elite FPL 10. Yep, certainly, sir. Where is it Dread's from? Croydon? Something like that? You fucking talking about, Steve-O? What was I talking about? Oh yeah, and To be honest, when I was listening in, I was just walking along, eating my cookies, and I was thinking, it literally just dawned on me why I enjoy listening to that stuff. And to be completely blunt with you, it's people like Llama that, in all seriousness, I can listen to every single day, because I'm not being patronised to. You know, all the big channels, we know who they are. It is just, we've discussed this to death. It is just literally, you pick this player, you do as I say. Oh, so you think that Trent Alexander-Arnold's a good pick? All right, then I'll put him in my team. Start with Haaland and Kane? Yep, okay, I'll put them in the team. It just feels like the big content creators are almost telling us what to do, whereas with a channel like this, or the Casuals, or FPL Juice, Planet FPL, to name 4, or you name 3 and you included yourself, Steve-O, that doesn't really count. I genuinely think, because we're having a conversation together as one, I just think it becomes more personable, and I can listen to this stuff all the time. Whereas when you've got, for instance, one of the big channels just coming out with, these are the best fixtures, these are the players to choose from, best transfer, then the following day it's best transfer targets, and it's just literally word for word what you heard the day before. It just becomes a bit boring, to be honest with you. But certainly, we got that's what I mean about like just these independent channels. I keep banging on about it. Like Trigger Lip said once, support the independent channels. You don't need to support the bigger ones. The bigger ones are just going to get bigger and bigger, and the smaller ones are just going to get smaller and smaller. These are facts. But certainly tomorrow is the big one. It is going to be absolutely fascinating what's happening. I mean, I certainly am going to be tuning in to, it's almost certainly going to be Andy I'll be tuning into to see what's going on regarding this launch, and finding out everything about the player price reveals and potentially a new game mode, which again I'm not really interested in. I think certainly Llama did bring up a point about, I think that, I don't think it definitely won't be this season, but maybe this next season, so the 24-25 season, or the 25-26 season, I think that the game will introduce the 6 chip strategy, or more specifically, first half of the season you've got to use 3 chips before Boxing Day, then afterwards is that, because Llama he did make a very good point. Everybody does the same thing. It's, we'll use our wild card by game week 10, 12, and then save the rest of the chips till the end of the season, between game weeks 25 and 38. Every year it's the same. Now, yes, everybody has slightly different strategies, but the odd thing here or there is virtually the same. But I think it needs to come into play, this new strategy system. But I'm just now waffling. That's another short video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Make sure you hit the subscribe button if you're new around here. Hit the like button if you're new around here. Hit the notification bell up there, or is it over there? Or is it down there? Or is it down there? Fuck me. See you later.